Welcome back to Star Wars community. I just got back from watching The Force Awakens for the 4th time, and I thought now would be the perfect time to discuss why Finn is Force sensitive. In the early promotional footage and posters, it was made to appear like he was going to be the main character, and the only person besides Kylo Ren who would wield a lightsaber. From what we saw of Finn with a lightsaber, I can understand why there is doubt about him being Force sensitive. His ability is pretty raw, and most likely his basic ability comes from purely his riot training as a stormtrooper. Now, I want to concentrate the discussion on the scene where the Starkiller base is firing on the Hosnian system, as I find these scenes very intriguing and certainly open up the possibility for Finn to be Force sensitive. In this scene you can actually hear the calls for help, and at first I thought these were sounds of people in his direct vicinity. However, if you listen and look closely at the scene, you can actually see that there are very few people in his area around him, and that the sounds you hear are actually the sounds of small children, rather than the adults that are actually on the planet. And further, the two characters directly next to him are seen to show no reaction, so possibly only Finn is hearing the sounds, which actually cause him to turn and look to the sky. For this reason, I feel he is possibly hearing voices through the Force from further away, like possibly the Hosnian system. I guess the evidence is pretty weak, however I do think there is a real possibility that he is Force sensitive, and I'm very intrigued to see where his character goes in the next movie. As a final thought, I think we also need to take into consideration the very real possibility that under Snoke's guidance, the First Order is probably looking for Force-sensitive children to train as stormtroopers, especially when you consider they are trained with anti-lightsaber weapons. We have seen the search for Force-sensitive children previously in Star Wars Rebels by the Empire, so it would stand to reason that the First Order would be doing something similar. And I think a lot of us are under the assumption that Snoke will likely be Darth Plagueis, who was Darth Sidious's master, so it would make sense that they would share similar thoughts about using Force-sensitive children. Anyway, I know overall it's a little bit of a weak theory, but it is something I believe in. So please, leave something in the comments below about your thoughts on this theory or your own. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to my channel. New Star Wars content Monday, Wednesday and Fridays here at Star Wars Community.